I'm up 93%. So if you're looking for a way to double your money, I don't know. I'm just telling you, I can't make you do it, but I'm just telling you there's not many places where you can double your money. And all of us have had money flow through our hands. Mm-hmm. We're always having money flow through our hands. The key thing is that what do you do with it once you get it? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking them wealthy thoughts, baby. Everything about you. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, StephenMotivate. We're back again with another episode of Wealthy Thoughts, and I'm with my co-host,
Steve James. What's up, brother?
What's up, bro?
Chilling, dog.
How you feeling today?
Man, let's talk about the stock market.
Okay, let's do it. The stock market to me is so important, and I feel like enough people are not in it and they're not experiencing it. I'm actually really excited about stock options, but I'm just starting to play with that. And after we done with this episode, we should get something to eat, and I want to show you what I've been seeing with that. But that's a little more advanced. I think at the very basic level, people should invest in just basic stocks. Just put your money, go buy stocks.
Yeah.
Why aren't people doing that?
I think it's a lack of knowledge. I think it is fear. I think it is a lack of finances. I don't have any money to put in the stock market. Why would I waste my last on the stock market? You know?
Yeah.
And I think really the knowledge. I know for me, it was a knowledge thing. It was just like, okay, how does this work? Because I'm in the stock, but I'm not like heavily in it.
Yeah.
I'm more heavily into the kids' Acorns account than I am in my own my own Robinhood.
Yeah.
But it's all still one and the same. But I don't know. I think those are.
I mean, that's real.
Yeah, I think those are three. If I had to pick three, those would be my three.
Yeah.
Lack of knowledge, lack of finances, and the fear of losing money.
Lack of knowledge, fear, and what was the third one?
Lack of knowledge, fear, and lack of finances.
Lack of finances.
I'm broke.
I'm broke, man. That's a good, I mean, that's fair. I think everybody is, I think that probably summarizes why people don't invest in the stock market. So let's deal with them one by one. So give me the first one more time.
Lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. Okay, so what is the stock market? I'm using ChatGPT to help me because I understand stocks, but it's one thing to understand it for yourself, but it's another thing to understand it to be able to explain it to others. So I'm going to try to, Steve, you're going to be my guinea pig for this. I'm going to try to explain it to you.
Okay.
And you tell me if it makes sense. So, all right. So here's what is the basics. So I'm asking ChatGPT, what is the basics of a stock? What is a stock? Well, a stock is a share of ownership in a company. Meaning that you can lay claim to a part of the company's assets or earnings. So that's what a stock is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you own a piece of Apple, which Apple is a stock that I own, and let me see, I want to be very specific here because with Apple, for instance, I own how many shares of Apple? And this is something I invest in constantly. So let's see. Well, maybe not so constantly. I only own 5 shares of Apple.
Okay.
I own 5 shares of Apple. So that means I own a piece of Apple, the company. So that's what a stock is. Do you want to own a piece of Apple? Does that seem like a smart thing to do, to own a piece of Apple,
Yeah.
the company? All right. So
You use the product.
I do use the product, and other
So
people use it.
Yeah, if people use the product, you should have stock. You buying Jordans, Nikes,
Get stock, own a piece of it.
own a piece of it.
Okay, so that's what the stock is. That's the first thing, right? Lack of understanding of what it is.
Yeah, lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. That is what a stock is.
What
But does
platforms do I even start on if I'm getting started? What do
Right.
I use? Am I using Robinhood? Am I using Stockpile? Am I using
Good question.
what else is there?
There are Thinkorswim,
Thinkorswim,
Webull,
Coinbase. Well,
Coinbase is
Bitcoin.
more on Bitcoin, but it's similar concepts. Yeah, those are all good platforms. And it's actually made investing in stock more, like Wall Street Trapper would say, looks more like us now. Wall Street looks like us. And it's because there are all of these platforms that make it easier to trade the stock. Now, when I say easier, it don't mean it's not hard to understand at first.
Right.
Most people see stocks and they're like, a bunch of numbers, bunch of lines, and it's like, okay, my brain, I want to do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I but if you can stick with it, the stick with itness of stocks will help you get through that initial, I don't understand what this is, sort of thing. And I think it's people just don't know what are the best what platforms are the best for investing in stocks. I think people just don't know, like, I guess, like, what that means. So I own a piece of a company. How does that gonna help me put more money in my pocket?
Well, the more shares you buy.
Yes. The more shares you buy, the more money you have, typically. But the thing about these shares, they go up in value. And so, excuse me, if you got $1 and I can tell you, hey, give me that $1 and you'll own a piece of my company, and come back in a year and that $1 going to be worth $10. Is that a deal you would take?
I mean, you're doubling your money.
Yeah, you're 10x in your
10x
money.
in your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
why wouldn't more people do it if
they knew.
if they knew that? Like, so if you do that with $1, if you do it with $100, you can 10x 100. So now you got 1,000. 1,000 you turn into 10,000, and that is literally possible with stocks. But still, people don't do it because maybe they don't understand what we're telling them now. Like, you literally can more than 10x your money,
Right.
in stocks. Yeah, looking at ChatGPT, they say Robinhood, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade.
Robinhood is the top.
Robinhood is the first one right now. It's commission-free trades. It's a user-friendly app. You can buy fractional shares, so you don't even have to have enough money to buy a full share.
You could buy a fraction.
You can buy a fraction of it. So that's why when it says I own Apple, I own 5.73 shares. Look at this so the people know I'm not lying. 5.73
5.73
shares
Yeah.
of Apple. And what does it say my average cost of those were?
160.17.
So I paid $160.17 on average for those 5.7 shares. And now what is it?
The market value is $12.30. $1,230.03.
Okay, so that's the market value. So that's so let me see it again because I don't forgot now. But the market value is $12.30. So what's my total return on that?
I can't see it.
My total return is I've made $310. And I've owned it since. Well, it looks like I buy this weekly. So I put in $10 every 2 weeks. I put $10 every 2 weeks into Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Does that seem like attainable for people? $10 every 2 weeks? That's not bad.
No, it's not.
So let's see. When did I buy this? I bought this in. My first buy was in September of 2022. So that's when I first bought this, and I paid $460 for it.
That's for what? Apple?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And since that time, I've never put more than $10 a week into it. Every 2 weeks. So I put $400 at one time, and I've only put $10 every 2 weeks into it since then, up till today. So
you got 5 shares,
and I now have 5.7 shares. And my average cost is $160 a share. The share price is now $214 per share.
Mm.
So for every share I own, it's worth at least, what is that? At least $54 more than what I paid for it. And I don't even feel $10 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So the thought is, if you could do this, if you could set yourself up to just do $10 every 2 weeks, let's say I never put the $400 in there, it's now worth $1,200. So take that minus $400, that would be $800. So somehow or another, I've saved only $10 every 2 weeks. So that's only 26 weeks in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's $260 in 1 year, $260 in another year. So that's about $400 or so that I've put up. And I've gained at least $300 on that. So it's a pretty good deal, right?
I would agree.
But still, we can't seem to get people to get into it. And maybe because it feels like it takes too long. So you talked about people don't understand it. So hopefully that helps you understand it a bit. Like that helps you understand, okay, this is what a stock is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense, Mackenzie, as to what a stock is? Yes? That was the perfect explanation. That was a...
Yes.
Are you big into stocks? Okay. Mackenzie's not into stocks yet. She hadn't been around us long enough. But so that's the basics. So people, you don't understand it. It's basically a ATM. You put $1 in, you get $2 out. But the key is you got to let it sit in the ATM for a little bit.
For a crew.
To grow. Let it grow for a little bit at the basic level. There are ways to pull it in and out in the same day. But if you just want to start with the basics, there's always, you need a place to put your money. Mm-hmm. I'm so passionate about this because you're putting your money in all types of other places. Over the last 2 years, name some stuff that you spent money on. I'll name it for you. Cars, clothes. Houses.
But those are investments.
Restaurants. Yeah, those are investments too.
Restaurants, yeah, for sure.
Gifts.
Traveling,
experiences, which is all good. Do all those things, but also
invest.
Ask yourself every day, have I invested in stocks today?
Yeah.
Have I invested in stocks today?
I'm looking at Apple right now. They're at $214.40.
Yeah, they're two. And why is that? Because they just announced yesterday.
They're doing the split.
They're doing not the split, but they're doing the AI thing.
Oh, the open AI. Yeah.
The open AI.
Well, because Microsoft, yeah, I seen that.
Microsoft has started doing it. Now, when Apple comes and do it, it's like, oh.
Right.
Because we all have iPhones.
Yeah.
And so nobody knew they were going to announce that in 2022 when I bought it. But you have to assume this company keeps innovating. They keep bringing out stuff that people like. So if it's a good company now, you have to think, will it be a good company 2 years from now?
Mm-hmm.
And if it will, that's your reason for investing. And it's that simple. What was the second thing? You said people don't understand it. People
Fear and lack of finances.
So fear. The fear is what you think? Fear of losing.
The market crashing.
Yep.
That's always,
The market
especially with the
crashing.
old heads.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't put my. What if that thing crashes?
What if that thing right there crashed over there?
It's like, okay, now.
Okay, let's ask ChatGPT. You can't what? What was you gonna say?
No, I can't. I said that can't be your reason to not invest, because what if the stock market crashes? Okay, what if it goes up?
Right.
Same with real estate. Oh, I'm not getting into real estate because what if the market crashes? Okay.
Yeah. What if it does? If it crashes, the way you got to think about it is everything shuts down anyway.
Right.
So if the whole like the pandemic, when everything shut down, what did the government came in and put safety nets out for people?
Mm-hmm.
If everything crashes and money's not worth anything anymore anyway,
Nothing matters.
it doesn't matter. The 100,000 you got don't matter if we ain't got a government in place and things are going haywire.
Yeah.
So this is the game that all of them are playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a false sense of security. Well, I can't. What if the thing crashes? Well, if it crashes, it crashed for everybody.
Right.
So let's look at this. In the last 100 years, how many times has the market crashed? This is from ChatGPT. The most significant crashes are 1929. This is when the Great Depression began. There's probably nearly no one alive that was born in 1920. There's probably a few people still. Well, there's no one that was adults in 1929.
Yeah.
If to be an adult in
still
1929, you would have had to been born in 1900. And I don't think there's many people that are still alive that are born in 1900.
No.
The second time it had a huge dip was in 1987. There was a 22% drop in a single day. And so that's the second time. In 2000 to 2002, there was a lot of .com bubble busting. A lot of companies didn't do well then. So that's the third time. In 2008, there was a global financial crisis triggered by the housing market collapse.
Mm-hmm.
That was the fourth time. And then
When we graduated.
when we graduated, trying to get jobs, that was,
Tragic.
And then in 2020, during the pandemic, there was a sharp decline in March of 2020.
So what is that? You name 5?
5 out of 100 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What is that? That's like 5%. 5 out of 100 years. So now let's look. How many times has the stock market returned 20% or more in the last 100 years? Y'all shouldn't have told me about this ChatGPT thing. This is crazy. Anybody got any guesses while this thing searches?
No.
So this thing says it has returned multiple times in the last 100 years. In 28 different, the S&P 500 has seen over 20% returns at least 28 times in the last 100 years. 20% as recent as 2019. 31% in 2019. Meaning if you had your money in the market in 2019, whatever money you had in the market, 9 times out of 10, you would have got 30% of it back on top of the original investment.
Mm-hmm.
In 2013, 32%. In 1995, 37%. In 1954, 52%. But in addition to that, there's been 28 different times. So 28% of the time, it returns well above. So if you have $1 to your name ever, and you can put it in the stock market,
Do it.
do it. Just put it there. It's going to become $1.28
Yeah.
at the very least.
Still a win.
It's still a win. It's going to grow. And if you keep doing it over and over again, it's going to grow. So this fear that the market is going to crash is really not based on facts.
Right.
The facts are that it actually grows way more than it crashes.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to, if you have money, which we'll get to the third point about not having money, but if you have money and to not have it in the stock market is irresponsible.
Yeah.
It's partly irresponsible. Yes, you should have it in other investments, but you should also have it in the stock market. It's just it's where people
park their money.
It's where they put their money. I mean, it's that simple. So the third thing is what?
Lack of finances.
So people are broke and they feel like they can't. Well, even the guy begging on the street can get $1 out of people most times out of a donation. So even if you're broke, being able to just, again, put $1 in the stock market will make that dollar grow larger. Mm-hmm. Now, whether you always have $1 to put in or not, okay, I understand that. That can be difficult. But you still have to, at some point, understand the mindset that
goes into it.
This is where money should go.
Yeah.
Because once you, with the age that we are, and I imagine a lot of our audience is, I can almost guarantee you that whatever you put in the stock market, no matter what age you are, is going to grow larger based on, within reason. More times than not, it grows larger. Mm-hmm. And you just have to know that.
Right.
Like, understand that it grows larger. So if I tell somebody that 20 times, what do I need to do to make them, for that to become a reality where they start, when you're asked the question, have you invested in stocks today? They can answer yes.
Put the money up for them. Yeah, I'll put that $1 up for you so you can see how it works.
Yeah, I will. Reach out to me. If you need $1 to put into the stock market, reach out to me. Within the next 20 seconds.
Turn that $1 into 128.
Yeah. But if you keep doing it, keep doing it.
Let it grow.
So over time, I really want people to get this, because it's just like there's not a better place to put your money. Mm-hmm. So for every $1 that I've put, if I go to all time, for all the money that I've put in here, I am up. I'm going to let you look at it. What percent am I up? Don't say the dollar amount, but what percent am I up?
93%.
93%.
72%.
I'm up 93%. So if you're looking for a way to double your money, I don't know. I'm just telling you, I can't make you do it, but I'm just telling you there's not many places where you can double your money. And all of us have had money flow through our hands. Mm-hmm. We're always having money flow through our hands. The key thing is that, what do you do with it once you get it? Mm-hmm. Do you spend it? Do you hide it under a mattress? Or do you invest it? And if you do invest it, you should consider the stock market as a place to put it. And I wish I could make it more sexy and more cool and funnier or more entertaining.
It's just not. It's straight shooter.
Straight shooter. That dude behind your head knew this, and that's why he's one of the richest people.
Mm-hmm. Warren Buffett, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, for those listening. Ask us questions. I really feel a burden to try to get people to put their money in the stock market. And I'm about to start learning more about this, because to me, this is a super play that too many people are not doing. I know there's a lot of coaches online telling you how to fix your credit, telling you how to start a side hustle, start a business. Here's how you can make an extra $20 at home. And, more power to all those people. But I know a lot of the folks that are talking about the stock market, like this is a thing where money is printed daily. And all the big boys, everyone who has real significant money, the Walmarts of the world, the Ford family, the owners of these NBA teams, the owners of Little Caesars and Pizza Hut and all these places, where do you think they have their money? In the stock market. So that's my wisdom for y'all today, man. Invest in the stock market. Have you invested in stocks today? That should be you need to put that up on your mirror so you can really start to get this cemented in your mind. I need to get some money. I need to get some money. It may be less about getting some money and more about putting the money that you do get in the right place. To the point where, because if I keep having these type of returns, 93%, y'all not going to be able to find me.
Give the people 5 stock options that they should, if they were going to start out.
Okay.
What would those 5 be? Name them.
So stocks.
We got Apple.
Apple's one, and these are potential stocks that I think are doing well. And this is not stock advice. There's like some rules about that, so this is not stock advice.
In your opinion,
this is just what I've done in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I will say Apple's one. Microsoft's another.
Okay, that's 2.
That's 2. And I want to give y'all my returns too. So Apple's probably my weakest one. With Microsoft, I've got a 75% return on every dollar I've put in Microsoft. So that's 2. Let's see here. Shopify is one that I like. Shopify is a stock I've got a 68% return on.
That's 4.
I think I still like it. Here's a big one. This one's crazy. Eli Lilly. I've got a 69% return on Eli Lilly.
What'd you buy in it?
My average cost is $5.22 right now. I've got a crazy return on that. Now, Eli Lilly's from Indiana. They make pharmaceuticals, stuff like that. I know a lot of people that worked there, that graduated from school and worked there. But their stock, I don't know. They must be coming out with some new drugs or something. I don't know if this drug that everybody's on, that people are losing weight on. I don't know if they're connected to that. I got to read up on them a little bit more. But I've been investing in them so long. Let's see. Looks like I buy a lot of their stock. I've been investing in them since, this is one that's happened longer, since 2021. And I've been buying over and over again. So that's one. What number am I on now?
That was 5.
That was 5? That was all of them? Okay.
Apple, Microsoft,
Shopify. Lilly.
Oh, that was 4. Sorry.
That's 4?
Yeah, missed one.
So I can give y'all one more? Those are all pretty high, though. I want to give them something that ain't so. Oh, so here's another one. Well, this one is not really this is a real estate stock. So this one is not really a one that I get a ton of return on, but this one pays out a monthly dividend. So a dividend is it basically pays you every month. So right now, just to give you an idea, they pay me $8 a month. So if I had, and I've got 34 shares. So if I had 340 shares, they probably pay me $80 a month. If I had 3,000 shares, they probably pay me $800 a month. If I had 30,000 shares, they probably pay me $8,000 a month in just dividends. That's for a different show though. But those would be some stocks I'd tell you to look at. Other ones, Amazon, Meta, there's a bunch. Disney, Costco.
Well, there you have it. Top 5. Apple, Microsoft, Shopify, Lily.
What was the last one?
What was the last one you just said?
I don't know. I listed out so many. Oh, that's Realty Income. It's O.
That's Realty.
It's O is its symbol, but it's called Realty Income.
Realty Income.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that one. That's a dividend stock. Means it pays you every month. So anyway,
cool.
Have you invested in stocks today?
Big question.
That is the question. Sorry, maybe not the funnest episode, but super important one.
Appreciate the insight, brother.
Of course. All right, to all our entrepreneurs, stay motivated. It's your boy, StephenMotivate.
Steve James.
Peace. I'm thinking them wealthy thoughts, baby.